Could the Toronto Maple Leafs be on the verge of a game-changing reunion? Reports are swirling that a former 20-goal scorer is now available after being placed on waivers. This player has a history with the Leafs and could bring much-needed experience and depth to a struggling roster. Stay tuned as we dive into what this potential move could mean for Toronto's playoff aspirations. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated on all things Leafs. Elliot Friedman just broke some intriguing news that could have a significant impact on our Toronto Maple Leafs. The St. Louis Blues have placed Kasperi Kapanen on waivers, and I can't help but think this could be the opportunity Toronto needs. Kapanen, a former 20-goal scorer for the Leafs, is now a potential candidate for a return to where it all began. But is this the right move? Let's look at the facts. Kapanen has struggled this season, with just 1 goal in 10 games for the Blues. He's not making the impact anyone hoped for, and St. Louis clearly isn't seeing him in their plans moving forward. If he clears waivers and no other team picks him up, the Leafs should seriously consider bringing him back into the fold. Remember, he originally came to Toronto as part of the Phil Kessel trade, and he made quite a name for himself here, scoring 41 goals and adding 49 assists during his time with the team. Now, I know some fans might be skeptical about Kapanen's recent performances, especially since his return to Pittsburgh didn't quite go as planned. But let's not forget the potential he showed while with Toronto. He has the ability to score, and even if he's not hitting the 40-goal mark anymore, that doesn't mean he can't contribute. What Toronto needs right now is consistency and reliability, especially with the playoff race heating up. Imagine Kapanen slotting into our lineup. He could provide much-needed depth on the third or fourth line, and I see a potential pairing with Max Domi that could spark some offense. They both have skill sets that could complement each other. Kapanen's experience could stabilize a youthful lineup, calming things down on the ice. We don't need him to be the primary goal scorer. 10 to 15 goals and solid two-way play would be a fantastic addition. And let's talk about the financial aspect. At just $1 million, he's an affordable option for the Leafs. If they manage to put Kaye Jarnkrok on LTIR or find a way to move Matt Benning, they could easily fit Kapanen into their budget. This isn't just a feel-good story. It's a strategic move that could pay off in spades as we look to compete in the playoffs. But I find myself torn. On one hand, I love the idea of Kapanen returning. He's familiar with the organization, and he knows what it takes to play in Toronto. On the other hand, will he be able to rediscover his form? Can he be the player we remember, or are we just holding on to nostalgia? You believe that this was the best decision? I honestly am divided. I want to know what you think. Is bringing Kasperi Kapanen back the right move for the Leafs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because your opinions matter. Are you excited about the potential of having him back, or do you think the team should look elsewhere? This is a pivotal moment for the Maple Leafs as we strive for playoff success and, ultimately, the Stanley Cup. Kapanen could be the piece that helps us get there, or it could be another gamble that doesn't pay off. Whatever the case may be, we need to stay engaged and support the team as we head into what promises to be an exciting season. Sad technical news, confirm update. The Toronto Maple Leafs are navigating some turbulent waters as we await the return of our superstar, Austin Matthews. It's been a tough few weeks since he last suited up on November 3rd against the Minnesota Wild. We all remember that game, a close 2-1 loss where Matthews managed to assist on a lone goal. But since then, he's been sidelined, and his absence is definitely felt. Coach Craig Berube provided updates recently, and unfortunately, it sounds like Matthews is dealing with a lingering upper body injury, one that has kept him out of action for a significant stretch. The initial expectation was that this would be a day-to-day situation, but here we are, nearly 3 weeks later, and he's still not on the ice. The team has officially ruled him out for the upcoming game against the Vegas Golden Knights. And while there's a glimmer of hope he might play against the Utah Hockey Club on Sunday, we can't help but wonder, is it worth the risk? The management is being cautious, and honestly, it makes sense. Austin is our captain and a three-time recipient of the Rocket Richard Trophy. We all know how important he is to our playoff aspirations. The last thing we want is for him to come back too soon and exacerbate an injury that could affect us down the line. This season is crucial, and with the playoffs on the horizon, keeping him healthy is paramount. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Leafs have been surprisingly resilient without him. In those 6 games since his injury, the team has lost only once and has secured 5 victories. That's an impressive feat, especially in a league as competitive as the NHL. Our record without Matthews now stands at 40-20-2, which is no small achievement. And let's talk about Mitch Marner. This guy has stepped up in a major way, hasn't he? In those 6 games without Matthews, he's lit the lamp 4 times and notched a total of 10 points. He's proving to everyone, including the skeptics, that he can carry a line and lead the team. Just look at that dramatic OT win against the Edmonton Oilers. He showcased not just skill but heart. Defending against a 2-on-1 with Draisaitl and McDavid, then scoring the game winner? That's the kind of play that makes you stand up and cheer. But I have to ask, do you think it's wise for the team to take it slow with Matthews? On one hand, you want him back in the lineup as soon as possible. But on the other hand, we can't overlook the importance of long-term health. Personally, I'm torn. I want to see him on the ice, but I also want to ensure he's 100% ready to go. What do you think? Should they rush him back? Or is this the right call to keep him sidelined a bit longer? As we move forward, it's crucial to remember that we're building towards something bigger. Every game counts, and while we're holding our own without Matthews, the potential of having him back is exciting. His presence can make a world of difference in the postseason, and we all know how much we crave that elusive championship. So, let's keep the conversation going. What are your expectations as we look ahead? Are you feeling confident in the team's ability to maintain this momentum? Or do you think we're going to need Matthews back sooner rather than later? I want to hear your thoughts on this. Drop your opinions in the comments below. And as always, if you enjoyed this update and want to stay in the loop with all things Toronto Maple Leafs, be sure to give us a thumbs up, share this video, and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're all in this together, cheering for our team, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us.